What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 3, where we're going to be opening 5 more packs of cards and explaining the cards to you, as well as seeing what we get in these packs. And to help me explain these, as always, is going to be our good buddy from the Shire, Mr. Akky. How are you, sir?
I'm good, my man. How are you?
Oh, wonderful. Dude, I'm hoping for another legendary.
Oh, I think we're going to get one.
Think we can get one? Is episode 3 where we get one? All right.
Episode, third time's a charm.
All right. Well,
Oh,
start with a rare. Let's do
let's
this.
start with it. Ah, love this guy. This this guy. Maybe it's because I am a warlock at heart in World of Warcraft, but I absolutely love this guy. This is one of my favorite cards. He's not very good, to be honest.
No.
Like, he's a 1/5, but he summons a whole army of imps, and it just looks freaking awesome.
Yeah, this is one of those cards that I really like early game.
Yeah.
Just to really establish, minions on the board without having to give up any card draw to get them.
Yeah.
Especially if you have some good buffs, like, like the, what's...
Imagine this guy with Bloodlust.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be cool.
Yeah, this guy with Bloodlust would be OP.
Bloodlust imps, so good.
And
Naturalize.
we covered this in episode 1.
We did, didn't we?
Yep, we covered how this card can be very good but very detrimental at the same time, depending on how you use it. So, ooh, this is a new one.
Eye for an Eye. So this is a paladin-only secret. Basically, it sits until your opponent activates it in some way. But basically, say he plays
King Crush.
Ragnaros, or King Crush. There you go. So King Crush comes charging at you and does, what does he do, 8 damage?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he hits you for 8 damage. This will activate the Eye for an Eye secret and then do 8 damage back to the hunter. So this is kind of very good for late game because, if you're ahead on health and they're a little bit low, then they might think they're going to win. But if you have Eye for an Eye, that damage can come back to
Now,
bite.
I will tell you this, though. The trick with this card is make sure you this is one of those cards you want to play when you know that there's a big, meaty minion out there that you can't kill. Because if they have like a 1/1 out there or anything, the kind of the rule against secrets, guys, is always play a low card first before you do anything on the turn, because you want to see what that secret's going to be. And this would be another one where if you're not thinking and you're not paying attention, and let's say you just barrel into your opponent with your King Crush, well, you just took 8 damage to your face.
Exactly.
So this is a very, very annoying card for Paladins to have, but you do need to be aware that, whenever you're playing a secret, is try to figure out anything that you can about that secret. So when you lay a card, did they summon a copy of it? Did they get a shield? Did they vapor? You know what I mean? There's a lot of different secrets. So understanding what secrets each class has is going to be very important when you're playing, especially a Paladin.
Exactly. It's something you'll learn as you play more. You get used to the different secrets and what you can do to test them, So, just comes with experience of playing.
Oh, such a good card. Such a good card.
This guy is good, and he's bad, but he's always very good.
Oh, this card can be the biggest prick in the game.
Oh, yeah. Light Spawn. So the thing with this guy, right, is he's a 0/5, but his attack is always equal to whatever his health is, right? So when you initially summon him, he's going to be a 5/5 minion for 4, which is amazing. But somebody runs a 3/2 into him, takes off 3 of his health, he's now only a 2/2. So
yeah,
it's priests have a lot of ways to make this guy really strong, like really, really strong.
Like in turn 5, you can make this a 10/10.
Yeah,
I've done it.
It's very
yeah.
Priests have a lot of fun things, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, they do. And this is definitely one of the funnest things for priests is using light spawns.
Light Spawn and buffing the crap out of
Oh god, it is so well. And the thing with this card though, guys, is it's like Aki's saying, it's always tied to its health. But early game, if you can keep, even like in turn 6 when you get that creature that can give anything that can give people health, this card just benefits off so much.
Yeah.
And Repentance, another Paladin secret, and again, like we were talking before, learning the different secrets. So we've got 2 in this episode alone. Your opponent plays a minion, reduces its health to 1. Amazing card.
Amazing. So again, going back to that King Crush that we just talked about, so you've got your Repentance down, and the guy brings out King Crush. As soon as it comes out, it's going to be reduced to 1 health. So although you're going to take that initial 8 damage because it's got the charge, you can easily take care of it next turn. You know, you're going to have something that can do 1 damage. Well, we
hopefully,
hope that
yeah.
Yeah, you know, so very, very cool card. But again, this, you know, if you know, like the secrets you can test, so you could play something with low health already, you know,
Right.
and then activate the repentance, which does nothing, you know. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, so this is, again, one of those secrets where probably better late game than early game, just due to the repercussions of what they can do to test this minion out. And
4 to go. We can do it. There's got to be one more.
there's got to be
One
one.
more.
Oh, nope.
Oh, not this time.
Rare. Oh, I love this.
Eagle Horn Bow.
Yeah, when a secret is revealed, gain +1 durability. Now, guys, when you're building your hunter, again, there's a couple different ways that you can do it. You can do the beast deck, or you can do the secret deck. And the secret deck is really, really strong as well because of things like explosive trap and freezing trap. And having this really prolongs your hunter's weapon. Especially, you know, if you can put this out and then explosive trap, and then the next round your freezing trap, and then the next round, you know what I mean? Like, there's just snipe. There's just so many good cards that can make this card very, very beneficial.
Yep.
Because the biggest thing about secrets, guys, remember they're low cost. They're only 2 mana. So you can really keep this card going for a long time if you play it right, and it can just be a constant pain in your opponent. So this card, again, if you're playing secrets, great card to have.
Now, you played a lot of Hunter deck. Have you ever had that sort of situation come up where you've had it go for a while?
Yeah, I've had it go for. I actually got it out in. I actually mana crystal for it.
Okay.
So I got it out in round
Nice.
3. Yeah, and then in round 4 I explosive trapped because he had 2 minions out. So as soon as he attacked me, it board cleared all his minions, and then I could do 3 damage to his hero. The next round I freezing trap, and he threw out a Yeti.
Nice.
So it freezing trapped his Yeti and put it back in his hand for 6 mana crystal. So I actually got 6 free damage out of this card, and it still
Wow.
it still was at a 3/2. I never used any of its durability up.
That's awesome. That's
yeah,
cool.
it's got a lot of really good scenarios where this can become very beneficial. Oh,
This guy is so good.
he's so strong.
He's so strong.
I honestly
So-
think this card might get nerfed.
You think?
Dude, it's
I-
really
it's-
strong.
It
Like,
is,
they
but
need
again,
to
it's
nerf
only
its health to
2/2.
1. They need to nerf its health to 1.
2 is okay. I mean, most cards can deal with 2 health,
This card is good.
but it's so good. Things like, okay, so let's say for example, you're a shaman, all right, and you spent a couple of turns getting a couple of totems out that have no attack. Let's be honest, totems don't normally have attack. You pop this guy down, and suddenly you've got 4 extra damage from these totems
Yep.
because of this guy.
Yep.
So he's really good. He's almost like raid leader, but better, I think.
Yeah. Well,
So,
for the
I think
cost,
it's
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's very cool.
Yeah, this card early game is an absolute nightmare to deal with. It really is.
Yeah, that's right. I like that guy. I put him in probably most of my decks, to be honest.
And again, he's a beast, guys. If you're playing that Hunter Beast deck, this card becomes 10 times more powerful, just because of the way that it works and how you can buff beasts. But anyway, Aamir Entity. Again, another mage secret. We haven't gone over this one yet, but this card is super strong late game. Okay.
Yeah, again, you play a lot of mage. Is
Mm-hmm.
this something you use a lot in your deck?
This is. It depends on your deck, but having this card is, especially if you get behind, because mages can play a lot of board clear because they're trying to save up for, you know, those fireballs, those pyroblasts, those flame strikes. You know, they have a lot of expensive quality cards. So if you're going up against, like, especially, I'm trying to remember when I used this last, was Corehound. The guy put out, I think it was round 7 or 8, and so I had this, and I had board clear, so I fireballed into him, and then in round 8, he put out a Corehound. Well, I got one.
You got one too.
yeah.
Very cool.
Which it really, guys, this card can do so many good things for you. Now remember, you don't get any battle cries or any death rattles or anything like that. Well, death rattles you might, but you don't get the battle cry. So remember that is if you're trying to use this and they get, like, you know, deal 2 damage or whatever, you do not get that, but you get the copy of the minion itself. So this card has a lot of a lot of places where it can be used. Again, not the most amazing card ever, but definitely a good secret to be aware of, especially if you're playing against a mage. Again, this is a very easy card to test, because if you have a really low-level minion, like let's say Direwolf, throw a Direwolf out there just to test it out and see what you got before you throw like an Alexstrasza or a Ragnaros or something a lot bigger.
Exactly. Priestess of Elune. This guy...
I'm not a big fan of this card.
No, I mean 6 mana. I mean the chill with Yeti is a 4/5 for 4.
Right.
You know, when you're looking at a beast and restoring health to your hero, while it sounds good, it's not always practical.
Right.
I mean, this can be. I used to play a paladin. Remember my paladin healing deck?
Mm-hmm.
How annoying that was. Yeah. You
Well,
can play it.
the problem is there's so many other cards that can heal. Like if you're playing like a druid or a paladin, there's so many other cards that do more healing to you for so much less mana cost.
And it's only got 4 health, so it dies to the 3-cost Shadow Bolt from a warlock. You know, stuff like that. So it's not really that good. It's okay in certain situations, but you don't really want to put this in a deck too many times.
And again, Young Dragonhawk, we talked about in episode 1, not the strongest card either. Yeah, crap.
I wouldn't even consider him for anything. So.
Come on.
Let's go. We did it. I told you. I knew it. I told you there was going to be another one.
I just want to see if there's anything else. Okay. Oh my god, what is it?
Let's do it.
Oh my god!
Oh my god. So you know what a big warrior player, but I
Chad,
feel like
Candy just goes, fucking Christ, dude.
Candy's pissed. Tell him it's the third, actually. This guy is warrior only legendary. Okay, so you can get legendaries that can be used by any deck, or any class, but you also get class-specific legendaries as well. So this being one of them, is only available to warriors. And as you can see, when you play this guy, he's got a charge, so he can attack as soon as you play him.
9 health.
Yep. But the best thing is the Enrage. So then again, we talked about this a little bit before, but with the Enrage, it's triggered by taking damage. And when you do that to this guy who's got 9 health, so he can pretty much hit anything, he's going to gain 10. He's going to have a total of 10 attack damage.
Again, guys, and this is not one of those cards that you want to bring in and go straight at their hero. This is not one of those cards. What you want to do is find a low-cost minion to hit. You can even hit yourself in certain occasions and benefit more. Not like your own hero, but another one of, like, let's say you're you have like a 1/1 out there or a 2/1 out there, and then
you imagine that inner rate with the abusive sergeant on this guy.
Oh my god!
You could do that in turn 10.
You could do that.
This guy.
Well, dude, no, inner rage. You could inner rage this turn 8, dude, and turn it into what 6 and then 6, so 12/9, and then still have charge.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Because inner rage is free. You could turn this into a 12/9 instantly in turn 8 with a charge.
Oh. Wow, I never thought of that. That's
Oh, that card's strong.
Wow.
Oh, that card's strong.
That is strong. Yeah.
So if you get this in your warrior deck, you should probably play it.
You should probably play. It's like King Crush on crack.
Oh my god, dude, that card is so good.
Wow, that's amazing.
All right, Cold Blood, staple for a rogue.
Gotta have this. It's 1 mana cost. It gives a minion 2 bonus to attack damage. Okay, but if you combo it, so you know how we talked about shamans, how they had the overload, where you're basically getting mana.
Yeah,
on credit.
explain combo real quick for him.
So rogue is a combo. So to activate a combo, you need to do something before you can gain the effects of the combo. So in this example, you'd have to play a minion, you play a spell, and then you play this. That activates the combo because you're doing something before you activate this. So you can even the coin. Okay, so you know the coin, you play the coin, and then that will activate the combo. So rogues are very strong if you play around the combo features, but in order for them to be very strong, you need to do something beforehand to activate it. Kind of wishy-washy.
And Druid's Bite. This card, again, I've seen a lot of Druids use this card. I'm not a huge fan of it. just because I don't like to deal a lot of damage with my hero.
Yeah.
I find it, because doing damage to things with your hero, unless it's hero versus hero, you're taking that minion damage.
That's a pretty gruesome graphic on it.
Yeah, that's a bit. I want to see the gold version. I want to see if like it's actually chewing the Yeti in there.
That'd be crazy. This is good. I mean, this is actually really good. What cards like this that give you a lot of attack, but they also give you the armor.
Yeah.
So you can essentially clear out a minion and take 4 less damage from whatever that minion does. So if the minion does 4 damage, for example, you negate it with the armor.
Right. The only problem with this is it's just a 1 turn, so you don't get any benefit out of it besides 1 turn of damage and armor. That's all you get.
So the armor stays. Armor is always permanent.
Well, right, but I'm saying if you know what I mean, like
so
you don't get a
like
minion on the board for it though.
Yeah, exactly. But if you play this, you get the 4 attack for that turn, but the armor will stay there when you end your turn. So that makes it a little bit more better. But again, it's kind of
all right. Bloodcell Raider.
Pirates.
Pirates. I've seen pirate decks. They're not as strong as they were before the wipe.
Yeah.
Again, this is one where you.
This is a pretty good card. Yeah. I mean, like, say you got a 2 attack weapon, which is pretty general. For 2 mana, this guy is going to become a 4/3.
Yeah.
Pretty beefy.
Well, especially using this with like that hunter. You know, if you get that 3/2 weapon.
Exactly.
So you're up to a 5/3 in turn. I mean, if you go this round 2 and then you summon your weapon round 3, because it does have a lot of health for a round 2 card, and you get that bow out round 3. Well, now you have an attackable 5/3 in round 3.
Well, yeah, you'd have to play this guy after the weapon equipped. Otherwise, it won't. Because it's battle cry.
Oh, because it's battle cry. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, I've seen this guy get really powerful on some weapons, you know, like with that Spiteful Smith that we saw earlier on. I think last episode. You can buff up your weapon damage. Rogues use it quite a lot because you can buff up their weapon damage too. So.
Yeah, it's definitely a good card.
It's for a certain deck,
but
only.
yeah, you have to be very aware of what kind of deck you're building. And this card's amazing. This is my favorite 5 card. One of my favorite 5 cards.
Down. Probably the best one there is, actually. 5/5 with stealth, just amazing.
And a beast.
And it's a beast.
So again, guys, if you know me and you were here before the wipe when I was playing that really powerful King Crush deck, this card is insane because you can put him out with the Unleash the Hounds, and you give him another +1 and a charge. You can literally take out anything that you're playing against. It's just that powerful.
Yeah.
2 packs to
2
go.
more. We did it. We found the other leg.
I can't believe I got Gramash.
That's insane. Fen Creeper.
I don't like this card.
Nah, don't like it.
It's too high cost.
Yeah, I mean, there's referencing back when you're looking for a taunt, guys.
Senjin is so much more powerful. Yeah.
Get the Senjin Shield Master. It's a 4/5 for 4. So more attack, 1 less health, still survives against most things. It doesn't die to Shadow Bolt, doesn't die to Shadow Word Pain from a priest or Shadow Word Death. Whereas the Fen Creeper does die to that Shadow Word Pain because it has 3 health.
Yeah, this card, I just there's a lot more powerful cards for 5 that you can really go with.
Much more efficient. Much more efficient.
Absolutely. Again, not a terrible card, but if you have a Senjin and you're looking for that taunt in your deck, this is not the one to grab.
No.
Frost Elemental. Again, we talked about this in episode 1.
Episode 1?
Or was it 2?
What was it 2?
Either way, we talked about it in either of those episodes.
You guys go and watch both episodes and then tell us which episode it was.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, the troll card. The
troll
of all
card.
trolls.
Yep.
So this card here really, again, throws off the pace of the early game because all those minions that you're used to playing for 1 mana or 2 mana, now it costs 1 more. So you can't play those combos that you might be, relying on to get rid of something. So very, very cool. But again, this affects yourself and the enemy as well.
Yep.
So.
It's very situational. This card for rogues is awesome.
Yeah.
This card is so good.
So you guys remember the coin that I talked about in the combo? What you can do with this guy on turn 2. Okay, so get this. On turn 2, you play the coin. Then you summon this guy, which activates the combo.
You can turn 1.
Turn 1. Sorry, exactly, yeah, on the first turn. You can play the coin, summon this guy, which activates the combo because you played the coin, and then you get to summon another 2/1. So on turn 2, you can have a 2/2 and a 2/1 on the board.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
This card is by far one of the strongest early game cards that there is in the game, hands
I don't
down.
think there's anything better than that early game.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be
I'm
right.
trying to think. There isn't.
The Goldshire might be the only one that's close. That taunt.
Yeah.
But you gain so much more advantage.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, you're not wasting any more card draw. It's just one card. And
Yeah.
you can, I mean, the trick with this card, though, guys, is you need to combo.
Yeah.
So you have to have another early card, or like Akky said, if you're going second, it's GG. You know what I mean? You can get this card out turn 1, and you immediately have an advantage. I don't care what they played round 1. You have the advantage going forward.
So good. So, Worgen Infiltrator. I'm not a fan of these, to be honest, man. I don't like these.
Nope.
2/1s. You know, they're too easily killed. You play it on turn 1, you go up against. Well, okay, Mage isn't exactly a good.
No, terrible example.
At least he's in stealth. I mean, I guess stealth makes him be quite good because he can clear out those typical, 3/2s that most people play on the turn 2. But
yeah, there's a lot stronger cards that you can have.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the worst card, but like Akky said, there's a lot of situations where this card isn't that great. There's also some situations where it's good, but again, it's just stealth and it's a 2/1, so anything
that
can kill
Abusive
it.
Sergeant is a perfect example. It's exactly the same. 1 mana cost for 2/1, but the Abusive Sergeant buffs another minion.
Well, even Leper Gnome.
Exactly.
Same thing.
Guaranteed. I love Leper Gnome to be honest.
I do too.
So yeah.
All right.
Not the greatest.
Last pack, guys. Last pack.
Fingers crossed. Let's do it, guys. Looking for that epic or the legendary.
Again, another
Nice.
ringleader, which we just talked about.
Great card.
Rare. Oh, one of my. This
So,
card
remember
actually.
this before
This
the
got
live?
nerfed, guys.
Yeah.
This card used to be the same exact thing, but
Oh,
it
you
would
did this
make
to me all
all
the
of your
time.
other minions taunt.
I remember that time that you threw up. You had like 5 or 6 beasts, I think it was, and you popped this guy down, and suddenly I'm looking at 6 taunt minions. I'm like, what?
Yeah, this card is. It's still very powerful, guys, because for 2 mana, not only do you get the 2/3 on the board, but you also gain 2 tanks. This card used to be insane. It's still powerful. Defender of Argus, arguably a little bit more powerful now after the nerf. But low mana cost makes this very good for that round 4, 5, and 6 in the game. If you got this in your hand, you can really make good use of it.
Yeah. You imagine this with the rogue, with the combo, with the defense ringleader. Pop them up, bang, 2 taunts straight away.
Yep.
Not the greatest use, but
But you could still do it. Yeah.
you can still do it. This guy is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
This or the
so
owl.
good.
Yep.
This is better than Owl, to be honest. I don't play the Owl anymore. I play Spellbreaker.
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
Yeah, 4/3 with the battle cry of a silence. So you need, it's got that mix of beef with the battle cry.
Yeah.
The Owl does it too, but the Owl has 1 health, so it's gonna die to something.
Yeah.
At
And
least
guys, we haven't gone
Spellbreaker-
over silence. So I'm going to explain that to you real quick. What silence does, okay, on the battle cry is anything that's written here, okay, anything written on the card, silence negates that. Okay, so if let's say you have a guy who says, like Ysera, okay, let's say you lay a Ysera, and every round at the end of your turn you gain a card. Well, if you drop a silence on it, you no longer gain that card. Or Nat Pagal. If you silence a Nat Pagal is officially worthless. You cannot draw any more cards. It is silenced for the rest of the game. You cannot undo a silence unless you were to maybe monk him off the board and then bring him back. You cannot get rid of a silence.
Silence is really good. The best thing that the silence can do is shut down a Ragnaros. So a guy plays Ragnaros, you play a silence on it, bam, it can't do anything for the rest of the game.
Yep.
Because Rag cannot attack, it randomly fires out 8 damage. But if you silence that effect, it's effectively useless. He just sits there looking pretty.
Yep.
So
And freezing trap.
you know that.
Mhm.
Lucky last card, guys.
Ooh. This card I have been trying to play with because I've seen it used against me.
What? Win for your hobby. Okay.
It's very specific
Yeah.
because you have to get through a round. Like this card cannot die because it's extremely high mana cost for what you get. And a lot of times in round 6, the opponent that you're playing has minions with a lot of attack, so taking that 5 to the face doesn't get you as far as you would think. This card is, again, you really have to be in the lead in board
you
control.
got to be in a dominant position with this guy.
But this card will end it. This card will, if you are in a dominant position and you can throw this card out, it is GG at that point.
You'll win your games easy. But again, when you're looking for something, like, look at it, guys, it's a 4/5. When you could get the Chillwind Yeti, I keep going back to it, it's such a good card. But the Chillwind Yeti for 4 mana is a 4/5, right? This is basically the same thing. When you play something like the Wind Fury Harpy, that poses a big threat to your enemy, so he's going to do whatever he has to get rid of it. And, you know, if he gets rid of it, then you've basically paid 2 mana for a Chillwind Yeti. Too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's too risky to play.
Again, guys, if this is an extremely situational card, has a lot of great use in certain situations, and it like we were talking, if you have the board control, amazing card. If you don't, you're probably looking at other cards that are going to be better for you.
Play it against the priest. That's all I got to say. Play it against the priest. It'll ruin them.
But yeah, guys, that's the end of this episode. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back again, I'm sure, with more cards. But for now, we will take off. And anything else, Akky?
No, that's all. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.